camp, mostly because I found my friend again. Probably gonna do about 12 miles and get in the sleeping bag and escape the cold. Back out in the woods and headed up trail. Still not feeling 100% great mentally. Unsure as to why, but I figured better just get back out here, start walking, and hopefully I will walk out of it. The plan is 12 miles to Muskrat Creek Shelter. However, who knows? It's about noon and we're getting started, so a little later, but hopefully we'll get there in plenty of time. I'm packing out a couple pieces of pizza and it's gonna be good. That first day though, fully loaded, fresh food, uphill, not super fun. Passing through or by Plum Orchard Gap now. Originally was thinking about stopping here yesterday, but then we stayed at the hostel again, so couldn't. We're now pressing on. Done about 4.5 miles so far, and now continuing climbing to the Georgia-North Carolina border. Okay, so quick note about food. We did a resupply the other day, and my friend Boots, that I've been hiking with the last several days, got these little olive snack packs, and he thought that they were just plain old olive oil. But in fact, they're not. They're little packets of pitted olives. And he didn't want them. And I was like, yeah, I'll take one. Why not? Let me try it out. This is delicious. It is a completely different flavor, texture, everything than what you usually get out here. And it's hard because we eat the same thing day in and day out. And it gets really boring really fast. So something like this is like the perfect thing to really shake things up. And honestly, it's not even that heavy, which would be the worry having something that's like fresh, but it's not that heavy. So I might try to get more of these next time I resupply. Just crossed the Georgia-North Carolina state line for the third time. Some celebrating happening. Anywho, just crossed the state line for the third time, but now there's a new sign that they've put up there, which was pretty exciting. It was fun to see something different. And now I'm continuing on to the fun twisty tree. Lots of hollering and celebrating happening. North Carolina comes in with a vengeance with the first hill you have to go up as soon as you cross the state line. Heading off down the trail in another very cold morning. Left a little later than I usually would. It's about 9:15-ish, mostly because I was trying to let the world warm up a bit, and it was just getting out of a nice warm sleeping bag and out into the cold was a struggle. But now headed off, planning on going 12.5 miles is the current plan to Carter Gap Shelter. However, we might decide to push a little further to a 16, unsure, but either way it's going to be a good day. It's a relatively chill day comparatively to yesterday. Not quite as many big, sharp uphills. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm also really looking forward to the sun coming up more and everything warming up. Taking a quick break at Standing Indian Shelter before continuing on the last real solid climb of the day. This is Standing Indian Shelter. There is nobody here right now, so a little tour. You have the sleeping area. That box has a little sign-in sheet where everybody can sign in and say, hey, I was here. And then you have the fire pit up there and some tent camping area, very odd rickety table, and then kind of down there, that hill, that little green roof place, that is the privy. And that's pretty standard for a shelter. I'm about 6 miles from camp, and it's about 11 o'clock, so time-wise, we're doing great. And feeling pretty good, too. Ankles are a little stiff, but they are loosening as we walk, so that's positive. Well, when I first woke up, it was very pleasant, and now the fog is rolling in. It's getting a little cold, about to head out. I think the 100-mile mark today, so that's pretty exciting. And then headed into Franklin tomorrow. And up Mount Albert we go. Starbucks. And up Mount Albert we go. Yeah. It's the last mile to the 100-mile mark. They're making you work for it. We made it.
Is that a stove?
Celebratory muffins. A slight change in plans. We were at the 100-mile mark, looked at the map, we only had 9.7 miles to go to Winding Stair Gap, which is the gap you take to go to Franklin. Boots and I, my hiking buddy, we were both feeling pretty good, so we were like, well, let's just go. And then we were sitting there talking to some other people, and there's a hostel in Franklin that is donation-based, and the guy said he doesn't want any more than $20 max, so we're like, and he'll pick you up at the Gap. So we were kind of like, okay, cool. I guess we'll do a fun little 15 today, head into town tonight, do another 0. A little earlier than would have liked, but escaping the rain, what can I say? And then headed back out on the trail on Thursday. So we'll be in a hostel tonight, and then we have a hotel room for tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to not being wet.
And I bought it in 2009. Oh yeah, you want a beer? Water or I get it?
Just got some awesome trail magic from the family that hiked in 2018. They vlogged their whole thing, so you can see on YouTube. I ate a lot, and now I am hiking 3.5 more miles to the road where we are being picked up to go into town in about an hour and a half. So it's 3.5 miles, very, very full. So a bit of a slog, but also have some good energy from the food. It was really nice to see them again because I actually met them in 2020 at the same spot, practically on the same day. And I missed them last year, so I'm really excited I got to see them again. I am hustling to catch that shuttle. I'm gonna make it. And I really, really need a salad. That Trail Magic food was so good, but I need some leafy greens in my diet ASAP. After having breakfast at our lovely hostel, driven into town, went to Outdoor 76. I got a milkshake, and now we're hanging out at the Lazy Hiker Brewery that is down in this town. Just kind of hanging out, getting a milkshake, getting some food, and then we'll do a quick resupply a little later. Nice and chill 0 day, hanging out in the hotel, doing some town chores, and now I'm gonna shower and go to sleep. And then tomorrow we have a breakfast that is being done for Thru hikers at a church here in Franklin, and then headed back out to the trail.